Hi everyone, Jo Herbert here, guest designing for the month of July for Kat Scrapiness. I'm going to be showcasing this new Kat Scrapiness Crafters Essential Kit 2. Now this little kit has an array of gorgeous necessities that will help everyday crafters to add some details to their cards. So here I'm just showing you the big base, I suppose, of the front you can use. They've got the pennant. I love this stitched banner that's got fishtails and the stitching throughout the whole edges of the banner. Then you've got some chevrons and a starburst and then a little banner just there as well. So this is why this is called an Everyday Essentials Kit. Number 2, I love this Crafters Essentials Kit and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it too. Now I'm using the Lola the Giraffe stamp set, and you can see here I'm kind of playing with how I'm going to have the layout of my card. I really enjoy doing this as a process, especially if I haven't created the card before. So this is me showing you my thought process on how I want my layout to be. So I've got some distress inks here, sorry. I'm going to start off with Ripe Persimmon, and then I'm going to use some abandoned coral and some mustard seed. I'm going to, the kind of theme I'm going here is a lot of ombre-ish, you know, with ink blending here. No name in particular, but I'm just, you know, blending as much as I can. And this is the side where I'm going to use the chevron on the big base plate of the Crafters Essential kit, and I'm just going to ink up where I need. So that's why I'm only inking up just on that right hand side or the top, wherever I'm holding it, and then I'm just adding color. It is going to be a white top folding card. It's going to be a white base, and then my pops of color is going to be with the distress inks. So I've got my blending tool here and I'm just playing around trying to blend the easiest way possible. So you can see here I'm kind of just measuring up where I'm going to, where the ink is, so I can see what I'm doing. Then I'm going to run that through the Big Shot. Now I've already cut a white piece and I've adhered that down with liquid adhesive on my card base, and then I'm going to slowly start taking off these chevrons one by one. What I've done is I've actually put foam in each of that. Now I've chosen a really thin 1mm foam, so it adds a little bit more dimension, and it pops up the chevrons just that little bit more. Not a very thick foam, just very thin, like a 1mm, but enough to give that great little dimension for the card. Now once I have adhered all this down, I will start working on the rest of my card. I found this was the easiest way of having that ready next to me and then just placing that on one by one, and it helped a lot. Okay, so once I'm happy with that, I set that aside and just start working on the rest of the card. So there's my ink blended background there. So I did the same process with the white cardstock, and then I'm just going with the same ink trios that I use for the Distress Oxide. I've just created a panel and died cut that out with the stitched banner. Now I've got some white cardstock, and I'm going to stamp the giraffe, the cute little Lola, with VersaFine Onyx black ink. I'm just going to be doing some light watercoloring and just picking up some pigments of some watercolor pencils. While I'm doing my video editing, my brand new little kitten has decided to join us, so you may hear her little voice throughout the video, so apologies. So just stamping this with VersaFine ink, then picking up with my aqua brush. Now my aqua pencil brush, I just touch the tip of all the pencils and I color in. I'm not doing anything fancy coloring in here. I'm only just going to show you the start of it and then do the rest off camera. I don't have any technical watercoloring skills whatsoever. I just do it for the love of it, and I just take my time. And I take a very long time watercoloring. I'm not that fast or great or quick. And each to their own in what watercoloring methods they want to use. I just enjoy the process that it does, and also the therapeutic side of watercoloring. So I just basically watercolor this in with my aqua pen and my pencils, and I use some Derwent aqua pencils and watercolor pencils, and they do the job just fine for me. As I said, no skills, I'm just enjoy the process. Now once I have watercolored the rest in, and I will bring it into view, I will then cut with my fine tip scissors here, and I will fussy cut right around, and I cut right to the edge of that image. And I just take my time throughout that whole process. I edit that out as well. This is quite a lengthy process of me fussy cutting. Didn't want to bore you. All right, once I've done that, I've brought in my black Tombow marker, and I've just gone around the edges of the whole little Lola the Giraffe. And I have some foam adhesive behind that, and I put a lot. I've just ordered some foam mount tape, you know, the big rolls from Scotch, and I'm still waiting for that in the mail, so hopefully I will get that. In the meantime, I use a lot of foam adhesive. Now I'm just going to adhere that down to the top, towards the right of the panel here. And then I've got the banner with the sentiment. That sentiment fits perfectly into this banner. It was meant to be. Now, using the leftover inking, as I also die cut a strip of that banner as well, which I'll show you into view in a sec. But in the meantime, I'll just stamp this sentiment, and while that dries, I will start working and die cutting the other banner. So that's Abandoned Coral in the Oxide ink this time, not the Distress ink. The Oxide ink is really, really good for stamping, and that's why I've used that for the sentiment. Now I thought this looked a little bit plain, and that's why I bring into view the banner, which I die cut with the leftover of all the inking that I had done previously. And then adhering that down with a liquid adhesive. I've got the mixed rainbow confetti mix here, the sequin mix. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I have played around with the colors. Now I picked out the colors that were more in tone with my card. So they have some like yellows, oranges and shimmers. I just stuck to more that color range. They have others there because it is a rainbow pack. And I just basically went with more that color scheme. So it's just sticking and coordinating the whole card together with that color scheme. Now I've got multi-matte medium in this little squeezy tube here with a fine tip nozzle. That's just my adhesive of choice when it comes to sequins, so it keeps that sparkliness to the sequins. To finish the card off, I'm just adding a little bit of freckles with a white Sharpie pigment pen, paint pen. You can use a gel pen. I just love the opaqueness of this, so this is why I've used it. Added freckles, add a little bit of dimension to the ears, and then I'll add some to the feet. And that's my card. Don't forget to come and visit me. Now for the month of July, I have got a special discount code. If you use that, you get 20% off your purchases for Kat Scrapiness store. And I would love to hear from you on my social media platforms and through the Kat Scrapiness blog. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a very lovely crafty day. See you later.